Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. We are continuing my Wreathmas Week series. It's 7 days, 7 wreaths, plus a bonus wreath right at the very end. Today is day number 5. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. Today I'm going to be using the 14-inch round wire wreath frame, 6-inch Deco mesh in black and red, some various patterns and sizes of wired ribbon, pipe cleaners to match. I found this little gnome sign. I actually didn't end up using it in the end, but that's okay. These little round Christmas ornaments, and of course my regular crafting utensils to create this project today. I'm going to start off with my wired wreath frame and full-length pipe cleaners to make a working wreath frame. For this particular working wreath frame, we're going to use the 2 inner wires and the 2 outer wires, and we're going to put 1 right in the middle and 2 at the very end as well. So that's 1 right in the middle too, so I'm doing that one right now. I'm just attaching that pipe cleaner right on there, twisting it around the first 2 wires, making it nice and secured. And then what I'm going to be doing is using the 2 outside wires to attach 2 more stems for this. So the same process, I grab that pipe cleaner, wrap it around the 2 outside wires, and just secure it in place by twisting it. So that is 1 in the middle, 2 on the outside per section, and I'm going to do this 5 more times, so it's a total of 6 sections that I'm completing. And once we're all done, you can see the outer ones. We have a total of 12 stems, and then on the inside a total of 6, and this is our working wreath frame for today. I'm going to take my Deco mesh and I just layered it. So I'm doing red, and black, just laying it on top of each other. And then I'm just going to gather with my fingers right at the very end. So I'm coming in about 1 inch right from the edge, gathering it all together. And then I'm going to open up the first inside stem, lay that right in there, pull it a little bit tight, and then twist a couple of times to make sure it's nice and secure. And we've got our first attachment done, and I'm just going to cut the excess off just to clean it up just a little bit. I like to do that. It's not necessary, but you totally can do it if you want. I'm going to be using 9-inch lengths today, so I am just going to pull out that Deco mesh. I'm starting at the 5-inch and I'm going to gather it at the 14-inch, and that's my 9 inches. Then we're going to go to the next available inner pipe cleaner stem and just place where we gathered that Deco mesh right in between the 2 pipe cleaner stems. Going to twist it a couple of times and we have our first attachment. We are making a poof wreath method today, and again I'm using 9 inches. I'm going to pull out that Deco mesh, gather it together, and then where I've gathered it, I'm going to place it right in between my next open pipe cleaner stems, and I'm going to twist those around a couple of times. I'm going to continue that same process all the way on the inside of my Deco mesh, measuring out the 9 inches, gathering it and placing it right in between those 2 pipe cleaners. For the last one, I'm going to attach it to the same pipe cleaner stem where we started, and now I'm going to move to the outside wire. You'll have an additional stem right here, and we kind of want to go to that, but we're not going to. We are going to the next pipe cleaner stem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from that inner one to the next available +1 pipe cleaner stem. We're going to measure out our 9 inches. We're going to forget about that first one, and then we're going to move to the second one. The reason for that is we want all of our poofs to stay the same size. If we go to that closest one, our poof is going to be a little bit smaller. So we want it nice and even. So we're just going to skip that first one and then go to the next. Once I finish doing all of the outside, I'm on my last little poof that I'm creating. I'm cutting off that excess after I measured my 9 inches, and now I'm going to attach that to the first one we did on the outside. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull those poofs apart just a little bit so the black and the red are both exposed, so we have both of those beautiful colors showing, and I'm going to do that all the way around our wreath. So there we have our poof method all done for our base wreath. Now it's time to decorate. And for this, I'm going to be adding some ribbon, and I'm cutting all of my ribbon at the 10-inch mark. So I have this red and black checkered ribbon, again, cutting it at the 10-inch mark. I have this sheer glittery red ribbon, and I also have this solid red glittery ribbon, all cuts at 10 inches. For this particular wreath, I cut ribbon number 1, 36 pieces at 10 inches, ribbon number 2, 6 pieces at 10 inches, and ribbon number 3, 6 pieces cut at the 10-inch mark. Now you can do as many ribbons as you want per bundle. That's just my choice for my wreath today. And then I'm going to come through and I'm going to cut on an angle all of my ribbon just to dovetail it. Now you can do 2 at a time like I'm showing you here. If you want, that speeds up the process a little bit. And once all of that is done, I have my ribbon all cut, all dovetailed, ready to attach to my wreath. And we're going to attach right in between those pipe cleaner stems where we attached our deco mesh previously. I'm going to take 2 of those 2.5-inch wired ribbon, the black and the red, and then I'm going to take a red glittery ribbon, lay that on top in a crisscross pattern, gather it together with my fingers, and then I'm going to open up that pipe cleaner stem, and then I'm just going to place that right in the center, making sure it's right in there in between those 2 pipe cleaner stems, and then I'm just going to twist it a couple of times, making sure it's nice and secure. I'm not going to fluff anything right now. I'm just going to move on to the next ribbon attachment. And for me, I'm going to alternate between adding the sheer ribbon and the glitter ribbon. This one here, I'm just adding 2 of the checkered ribbon on my next available pipe cleaner stem. And then when I move to the next one on the right-hand side, I'm going to add the 2 checkered patterns along with that sheer ribbon. And that'll be the pattern that I'm going to be working with today. Again, you can choose any ribbon, any color, any pattern that you want, how many ribbons you want to put into each pipe cleaner stem. It's totally your personal choice. This is the way I went today. I'm just alternating between adding those 1.5-inch wired ribbon or leaving it without. So here I am just attaching it right on the outside, and then I'm going to come into the inside as well, attaching all of those ribbons. Once that's all done, here we go. We have our ribbons attached, pipe cleaner stems still intact. I'm going to cut those off. I didn't show you here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add little Christmas ornaments right on top of where our pipe cleaner stems are. So I've cut those pipe cleaner stems off, glued on some of those Christmas baubles, and now, of course, our favorite thing to do on my channel is the fluffing. I'm going to fluff to my heart's content, and there is our beautiful wreath all ready for that sign that we're going to add on. Or am I going to add it on? I'll show you a little process that I went through. I couldn't figure out if I wanted to add this sign or not. I put it down and I thought, I don't think it goes. So then I was on a rampage. Now I'm like, okay, does this go with the birds? No, the red birds aren't going to fit. The penguin didn't fit. I thought he was really cute. Poinsettias didn't work. And then, of course, I keep trying different signs, different items. I just, in the end, couldn't really figure out what I wanted to put on this wreath. I found some white doves, and that didn't work either. I found this bow that I had made previously for a previous project. That didn't work out. In the end, I did one last thing, was I found this little topper for the cookie tin, and then I thought, you know what? This looks amazing just the way it is. It's a very simple wreath. It doesn't scream Christmas or slap Christmas in your face. It's very simple, yet, you know what? Elegant and beautiful right at the same time. We have little hints of Christmas in there, which I absolutely love. And here it is hanging on my door, and I am so happy I didn't add that sign on there or any other embellishment. What would your choice be? Would you add or just leave it alone as well? Don't forget to click on that playlist right down below in the description box for all the previous Wreathmas Week episodes. Thank you so much for joining me today on my Wreathmas Week series. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.